on the mound. As we've already mentioned, 8-1 in 16 postseason starts, 24-8 during the regular year. It's John Smoltz. He won Game 1 of the division series with the Dodgers. And he won 2 games, including games 1 and 5 in the NLCS with St. Louis. Into right. Jermaine dive back to get it off the end of the bat to end the inning. Long drive into left field. At the track, at the wall, it is gone. Andruw Jones, his second postseason home run, and it's 2-0 Braves in the second. Two out, the 2-2. To the second baseman, Lemke. The flip, the out. The inning is over. Depending on this 3-2 pitch. Into left field. Well hit. Strawberry back at the wall. Another home run for Andruw Jones. A 2-run homer. A 3-run homer. And all of a sudden, it's 8-0 Atlanta here in the third. What a performance by the 19-year-old Andruw Jones. Struck him out over the outside corner, 2 down. And John Smoltz is on. Struggled the first 2 innings, has his first perfect frame. Another thing we've seen from Smoltz in this postseason is him drop down and pitch sidearm. Over the top, right down the middle. See you later.
Tough John Smoltz is. Even when you get a predictable fastball, you're late on it.
Into center field, carrying to Grissom, and Smoltz has retired 7 in a row. 1-2 on Leyritz. Got him. Hit of the night for the Yankees, produces their first run. Now Bernie shoots one to center. Grissom right there. And the 5th inning will come to a close. With Strawberry running, O'Neill pops it up. Fighting the raindrops. Chipper puts it away. It's a 12-1 game through 6. Tonight making his 3rd World Series start.
And we talked about the elements of an out as you look at his number 2nd in the National League in earned run average.
Tim Raines leading off, had 1 at bat last night, was 0 for 1. In the series now, he is 0 for 2.
There's the changeup.
To the right side, good play, McGriff. And the first inning is history. Now the first inning hit to Wade Boggs. Cecil is sawed off. 1 out. There it is to the right side. Now the race to the bag, won by Maddox. 2 out in the postseason yet. Back to Maddox. Gregg able to get around the 1-out double. It's still 1-0 Atlanta. The 1-2 to Boggs. You don't see Wade Boggs take that kind of a swing against many pitchers. Martinez breaks his bat. It heads into the seats. Came down without hitting anybody or hurting anybody seriously. Cecil grounds to short. He's since with Atlanta. Blauser to his left. Another 1-2-3 inning. To the right side for Lemke. Maddox gets around over the outside corner, 1 away, and the first strikeout of the night for Greg Maddox. Had him reaching. Maddox starts it. 1-6. Not in time. 1 on, 2 out. Got him to end the inning. 2 strikeouts in the inning. To the second baseman, Lemke. Boggs has a hit. But in the late innings has grounded into a double play in the 6th. Grounds out to end the 8th. Maddox through 8. 13 of Bernie's 29 home runs came while batting left-handed. Down the line and right. Goodbye. 4-1 New York here in the 8th.
postseason home run for Bernie Williams. It looked like a high changeup right around the belt.
6 home runs in the postseason ties a record set by Bob Robertson in 1971 with the Pirates. And there was no doubt about this one. For the catcher, Jim Leyritz, his first at bat of the night. It's not beyond Leyritz to try to pop one over the right field boards.
That's where his power is the opposite field.
Big swing. He was right on it. 98 miles per hour for strike 1. Mike Aldretti off the bench and on deck. He'll hit for Nelson. One and one.
86-mile-an-hour slider for Mark Wohlers. It's faster than the best fastball Denny Nagel threw in the ball game.
Right, right. That's right.
The Yankees with a tying run at the plate here in the 8th inning. And now 2-1 on Leyritz.
I think Wohlers is going to the breaking ball too much. This situation right here, this is a game situation. It's almost like Bobby Cox is shaking his head. If you get beat, you want to get beat on your best pitch, not your third best pitch.
2-1 on Leyritz. Another good swing, 2-2. And up to 99 miles per hour from Wohlers.
Oh, with the fans on their feet now. A little extra adrenaline, see if he can crack that 100 mark.
Back-to-back singles and a force out. And a 2-2 pitch coming to Leyritz. Able to get a piece and stay alive.
Went back to the slider on the 2-2 pitch. Be able to see the rotation on this pitch. A little dot in the middle there. Ball breaking down and away. Leyritz just able to fight it off and buy himself one more pitch.
Again, the 2-2 to Leyritz. The track at the wall, we are tied. Six here in the 8th.
And it was a slider in the eyes of Leyritz. Another slider from Wohlers. We talked about it before it happened. They are dancing in the streets of New York right now. And it's a very quiet Fulton County Stadium. A high slider that speeds up the bat head. That's why Leyritz pulled the ball, because it was a slider and not a fastball.
I don't believe I've ever seen Mark Wohlers throw this many sliders in his life.
I think the Yankee bench had a better feel for how far that ball was going than Leyritz. Just did get over the wall as Andrew Jones scaled the left field wall, and Wohlers, the inning started on that ball that stayed fair. Don't forget the missed chance on the double play ball that rolled up the arm of Belliard, and the 3-run home run by Leyritz and a hug from Nelson.
Game 4, you load the bases.
And what you're doing if you're Joe Torre,
Wade Boggs.
you say, okay, I do have one weapon left. I got Wade Boggs, a guy going to the Hall of Fame. Let me put him up in this situation.
Now let's see how it works. The bases loaded, 10th inning, game tied at 6-6. And the Yankees again are doing this with 2 down. They've been amazing in postseason with 2 away. 4 pitchers left. Wade Boggs.
And here's a guy that can work a walk with the best of them. He forces you to throw a strike. He's been sitting on the bench for 4 hours. He will make Avery throw strikes in this situation.
1-1.
Still looking for his first base hit with runners in scoring position in the postseason. 0 for 8.
Would all be wiped out if he gets one right here. 1-1 delivery. Bases loaded. Foul back. Avery ahead on the count. A ball and 2 strikes. What a moment.
It really doesn't get much better than this.
He has never faced Steve Avery before. Bases loaded, 2 away. 1-2 the count. And Boggs takes it.
And Gary, I have never seen a defense like this in the outfield I can ever remember. It was a close pitch, a slider down that he just checks his swing. But you have Grissom way over, and he becomes. Look at this. Look at. I mean, the distance.
3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Bases loaded. 10th inning. Game tied. 6 apiece. Runners go, and he walked him, and the Yankees have the lead for the first time in this game. Tim Raines, who started this inning with a walk with 2 down, scores. It is 7-6. The strategy backfires.
I just don't know if Bobby Cox thought Torrey would make this move in this situation. You see the Yankee dugout reaction.
Wow, what a comeback. Avery knew when he released that pitch it was a ball.
Up in the strike zone. That's the one thing that Boggs forces you to do, is throw strikes. Look at Leyritz. Look at these guys. I mean, to come back from where they were tonight is unbelievable.
On the mound, 4-0 in the postseason in 1996, 9-1 in 17 postseason starts. It's John Smoltz.
Tremendous concentration level from John Smoltz. He seems to rise to the occasion in big games.
3-2 to Jeter. 1 away. Got all 3. The thing about Strawberry already in this series, he has not been afraid to go the other way. Inside corner, 1 away. 1 away. First Yankee hit last night was by Kenny Rogers. Ain't gonna happen tonight. Lopez a throw, and that strikeout number 8 for John Smoltz, and the first out here in the 6th inning. Inning over. That's number 10, and that ends the top of the 8th inning.
That is a huge number. But Pettit gets the strikeout. That he doesn't want to happen here. 1-2 pitch, and he's got Lemke. So all 5 hitters in this game who have come to the plate have struck out. Runner goes. They got him picked off. Fielder throw to Jeter. Big play. Andy Pettit, who led the majors with 11 pickoffs.
When you're pitching against a team twice in a week.
Gets him to chase it. 1-2 delivery to him. Breaking ball. Strike 3 call. And Lemke's up real close. This one he gets down. Pettit looks to third. Force play. They got it. Outstanding play by Andy
gutsy play by Pettit, the bare hand grab, and the throw to Charlie Hayes.
Into center field. That will put the Yankees on top. It's over the head of Grissom. O'Neill scores. Girardi is chugging for 3. It's an RBI triple, and the Yankees lead by 1.
Girardi gets a pitch up in the strike zone. Marquise Grissom playing a very shallow center field, and he just drives it over his head. One of the few mistakes you'll see Greg Maddux make up high in the strike zone, and Girardi wasn't about to let it pass.
I'm going to say it again just to make you two guys mad. He can run for a catcher. This has been the formula for the Yankees all year long. You get a start from whoever, Pettit, Key, doesn't matter. You have a lead. You hand it over to Rivera for the 7th and 8th. You hand it over to Wetland for the 9th. 0-2 to Blauser. That should stay in play. It will. Behind second for Soho. 1 out. Double play ball, maybe. 6-4. Didn't get them both. Into center field. Bernie Williams is there. Top of the 7th inning, over against Rivera. And he hits the first pitch into center. 8th inning, 1 pitch, 1 out. Broken bat, back up the middle, Jeter. 2 out. Another chance to the left side. Hayes waits. The Yankees are champions of baseball.